Hey, this is Mark Henry, author of Dancing with Energy, Healing, Magic, and Mysticism. Well, today I'm going to be talking a little bit about birthdays and their relevance in metaphysics and magic. But to get to that point, I want to talk a little bit about something that happened to me last week. This weekend before the one we're in right now, I was taken to the French Quarter by someone who wanted to make my birthday special. So I was walking around having a good time, and if you've never been to the French Quarter, it's quite an experience. Plenty of things to do, occult shops, a lot of different ways to have a good time. However, with that experience and of my birthday, which actually just passed a couple of days ago, it got me thinking a little bit about birthdays in general. I, for a long time, did not like celebrating my birthday. I had different objections, like maybe some people have, like, well, you know, it's my birthday, but it's a whole bunch of other people's birthdays, so how special really is it? I felt like maybe celebrating birthday was not very humble and maybe a little too narcissistic. Things along those lines. However, you know, I've changed my mind recently as I've gotten older. And the reason why I've changed my mind is because I've looked at it from kind of a broader framework. For one, we are born under some very difficult and sometimes overwhelming circumstances. We are, if you believe in astrology, our birth date and our birth time is something that helps astrologers create our natal chart. And whether you agree with astrology or not, it's one of the earliest systems of occultism. So it is something to kind of look at and be aware of. Given that fact, we have what's called a solar return, which approximates our birthday. It's the revolution of the Earth around the Sun. And it comes around once a year, of course, and it's around our birthday. So there is some occult significance to the birthday in itself. I've never actually thought about doing magic on my birthday. It might be something to contemplate for some of you out there. Maybe there is some type of forces or alignments that one can attune oneself to in order to make something special happen. But if we set that aside, as I was saying, our birthday is the time that we actualized our commitment to come here on this physical plane, and it is often done under very difficult and overwhelming circumstances. Not only for the baby, you know, who is thrust into this world from his mother's womb, even as we grow older and we learn and we bump our head and we trip and life throws us a lot of curveballs, it becomes apparent that at some points that it seems like the world is pushing up against us. However, it is important to remember, if you believe in reincarnation, that many reincarnation styles or philosophies believe that we made this decision to come here at this time with these parents under these circumstances in order to learn, to grow, and to evolve. So this was a decision that we made with the unseen world, with our guides and masters, if you believe in those sorts of things. So our birthday in that context is very special because it means that you have actually followed through with that commitment. Think of yourself as the spiritual special forces, you know, you're the white berets, if you want to think of the military, or the SEALs coming out of your mother's womb, out of the amniotic fluid. We should congratulate ourselves. We should pat ourselves on the back because it takes courage to come here in this world and endure what we endure. It is not easy, and if you've lived long enough, you will find that to be the case. However, we do make that commitment because this is a very difficult school, because this is something that we can use in order to sharpen our edge and to become better and grow and evolve and become better spiritual beings. So our birthday is the symbol of that. When I realized that this past week, I sometimes, my guides give me a signal when I hit on something very poignant, something very insightful, to let me know, hey, you're on to something, and you just made an insight. I get a lot of clapping and yelling and cheering, almost like some type of track on like a comedy, you know. And I heard that when that came together as I was walking around, and I was like, wow, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think of my birthday as this, as something to celebrate, not just because I was born on that day, but because as a spirit embodied into human flesh, that I should be, acknowledged for that. And I mean, we should all be acknowledged for that. And that's basically it. As far as magic is concerned, if you were like myself and feeling that way, and there were probably reasons why I felt that my birthday wasn't, in the past, my birthday wasn't that important when I was younger. If you feel that way, then this can connect to your magic. For some people, the fact that if you have a problem with your birthday, celebrating your birthday, it could be related to issues of low self-worth, low self-esteem. And if that is the case, if you feel those feelings, if those are red flags for those issues, then that does connect to your magic, because if you feel like that you don't deserve these things, these wonderful, special things that you want in your life, if birthdays happen at an identity level. It is you. If you don't feel like that these important things that you want, if you deserve them, even though in a way you desire them, but you're not sure inside whether you do deserve them, then the chances of you manifesting it through any type of ritual becomes slim to none. How are you going to convince their gods, demons, spirits that you are evoking that this is something that should happen? That's a tall order. That's why I always say, when you're doing magic, you have to be on a concise path of healing and of self-improvement while that is going on. Magic will shine some awareness into those areas. However, your magic will improve significantly when those blocks and those barriers start to dissolve. So birthdays, I believe, do connect with the ability to practice magic for some people. And that is it. So this is Mark Henry. I will, as always, put some links in the description. If you want to support this channel, I will put a link to Ko-fi, or if you want to join Patreon, get more videos, feel free, feel welcome, and enjoy your weekend. Mark Henry signing off.